Everyone is noticing a decrease of popularity amongst celebrities. The people are waking up and they just don't relate anymore. A lot of people are caring less about Met Gala, fashion shows, the Oscars, and a lot of people are just overall aspiring less to want to be like celebrities, dress like celebrities, or think like celebrities. The celebrity culture is dying. It is time of the downfall of celebrities and the lies that Hollywood have sold us. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I've completely lost it. Sorry about that. One more. Yeah, I think I've lost it.
Well, what do you mean young women don't want to be anorexic and buy our $9,000 underwear and our $1 million Birkins? How will we sell fashion, makeup, and skincare? How will this industry make money if people aren't insecure anymore? With your head. That's all. I still want to be anorexic. What if, Mrs. Anna Wintour, Your Majesty, Queen, my master, what if we just marketed this whole thing into self-care? Maybe we can make everybody love themselves. And then we'll tell them to, wear things and makeup and go shopping and treat themselves, not for men or anyone else, but for themselves, And to treat themselves well and to put themselves always first. Make everybody self-obsessed. Yes! Yes! We'll market self-hate as self-love, so the poor idiots will still aspire to keep buying things and think it's self-love. When really self-love is going to make them more selfish, more delusional, and hate themselves even more. This was me. I look good, right? Some might say I looked better, but no. It was all filters, makeup, unnecessary amount of skin products and skincare and accessories and clothes. And it was that era that I spent about 80% of the time, of my mental capacity, worrying about what to wear, where to go, all these brainwashing superficial things, superficial quotes and advice, shallow advice that you see on social media. I was so obsessed with this self-care thing and this self-improvement thing. I was so obsessed with it last year that I was considering getting plastic surgery. I kid you not. I messaged a mutual friend to ask about her plastic surgery pricing. If she sees this video, she would actually vouch for that. And I'm so glad I didn't do it. I think I wanted to get my eyes
more slanted.
Kind of like the threading thing that Bella Hadid did and work on my nose and things. I was so obsessed with self-care. I lost so much weight. I was so over-obsessed with the way I looked, reading the wrong type of advice, right? I looked good, but my heart and my brain was a mess. It was so clouded by rubbish, so much hate,
self-hate, hate towards the world, competitiveness, lack of clarity. You can say I looked good, but I felt like crap. I can tell you that I felt like crap. I was not really self-caring. I looked kind of cute, yeah, whatever. I was competing. It felt like a race to who loved themselves more. You know what I mean? I was competing against my female peers and friends rather than connecting with them and speaking about things that were actually going to be good for us and fulfilling for us. It made me like, you know, a self-obsessed money spending machine, adding more issues to the world. I needed to give myself a freaking break. I think back then when those photos that I showed, some people, if they are also lacking awareness, they would look into my world and think,
wow, she has her life together.
She has her lashes done, nails done, she looks so well pampered, she must be doing things right. No. When you see someone that is overly, like I'm talking over, like a little bit of makeup or a little bit of a dress up every now and then, that's fine. Everyone does that and that's good. We should do that. We should dress appropriately for certain events and also try and look cute and presentable. But when someone is overly obsessed with their looks, they constantly have to keep up with every single thing. I can guarantee you they are not happy. That is self-obsession. No one can tell me otherwise. Nobody. And I don't mind being hated for now. I don't mind being called average. Someone literally, I think, called me ugly in my last video. I don't think they said ugly, but they were like, I don't know what they said, but someone said something about the way I looked in my last video. I don't mind looking average or having people tell me that I'm saying the wrong things, like I'm stupid. Some people call me uneducated for saying how I feel. So for saying the truth, actually. I don't mind if people say this because I know people will come back to my videos in their own times and be like, holy crap, that girl that's preaching online is actually right. This whole trend, the self-love, self-obsession thing has gone way too far. I don't support it because it would be wrong, because I'm conscious now. And it would be wrong to support that. It would be wrong to know, to be out of a dream, to have clarity now, to still support that. It would be very wrong with me. I'd be supporting the wrong things. And I know there are people out there that know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys liked the little, the skit that I did in the beginning. I went to acting school. I hope you guys liked that. I wanted to do something creative for you guys. I made a few adjustments to the wall. I took Elong out. As you can see, he was here. Found out some things about Elong that I didn't like. He's out, right? I don't trust that guy anymore. Morty, welcome. Beta Squad, one of my favorite group of YouTubers. Paris Hilton, that's hot. Hailey Bieber, she's an American sweetheart. I love her. And Inside Job, main character, reminds me of me. She's funny as hell. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys like the updates. Okay. Self-love, self-care, self-obsession, this whole self trend, okay? I want to get into it. So if you want to grab a cup of coffee, get all cozy, get some popcorn and chips, some snacks, and let's have a little girls chat. Get some tea and get ready for some tea. Yes, gather around, children, gather around.
Okay, sorry.
I just wanted to talk about my personal experience with it, how I felt when I realized I was lied to by the entire world, basically, and how I guess changed my mentality, right? This will be like a kind of funny, lighthearted, conversational video today. No constructive criticism from me today. I'm taking a break, okay? I want this to be lighthearted, show a different side of me to people. You know, I can be fun. I don't have to be educational all the time. I can be cool. I can be a cool mom. I feel like, I grew up with ADHD. I was diagnosed with ADHD at a very young age. I was always like, I had attention deficiencies and I was kind of like an up and down kind of kid. But I think because of ADHD, I was also able to be more honest, I guess. I had the crazy chaotic energy, you can call it that, to like kind of be unafraid, like stupidly unafraid sometimes. I think it's like a good quality if tamed, right? Having courage, being honest. But when I was younger, like as a kid as well, you know, kids say things, but I think that grew out of me slower compared to my peers. I think I was too overly honest and said more than I should have in certain settings. And I like that quality. I think I'm working on that now. I always saw things that I didn't find right? The thing with self-love is that I see it all the time now, right? And I was literally in this like a year ago, like last year. Like I would say I kind of broke out of it in November last year, but before last year, I was, you know, doing everything right by the books. I was journaling, I was meditating, I was talking to God, I was getting my nails done all the time, my lashes done all the time, I was going shopping to treat myself, you know, catching up with the girls in like nice restaurants, you could call it that, and like picking the right outfit. It seemed on the surface like it was self-care, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. What it actually was just buying stuff and consuming, like consumerism, like buying things, spending money. When I realized, right, it was like, this is the moment of realization. And I think a lot of people know. For those that don't know, the realization is kind of like, you grow up and it just felt like the whole system in the media and Hollywood's like they kind of groom you. They groom you to love things that you should love as a woman. They groom you into loving this stereotypical lifestyle and this certain person that you're supposed to be with. They groom you also to look up to certain people and get those people to look the way that they think that young women want to look, and then get them to spend money to look like something completely different, completely unachievable, right? Unless if you go to the extremes of literally changing yourself through plastic surgery to look like those people that Hollywood tried to make you look up to. So I felt like, yes, I was groomed to want to look up to these people who in reality are just people, right? People with a team, people with things that market them and pick their outfits to make them literally touch them up into perfection. People who starve themselves and probably don't eat, but we don't know that. People that have companies giving them clothes, so they put it on and then they probably later return the clothes. Like people that are pampered for young women to look up to. That is not reality. That is kind of unachievable and kind of fake. I was groomed. And a lot of my female friends were also groomed. And a lot of women right now till this day are still groomed. Whoa. Can you guys hear that? And then it's like, as soon as you have a breakup or if you are sad, right? As soon as you're sad and like, if there's something going on, then do this and buy that. This will help you. This will make you happy. Everything is just like a band-aid. Right, that's what I realized as well. It's so superficial and like very surface level tips as well. That surface level tips as in like self-love. Like what is self-love? Can somebody step up in one sentence, explain it to me like you would to a dummy, to a 5-year-old? Can someone tell me what self-love is? Because every single person has a similar and different explanation of self-love, right? What is self-love? And also this whole, just be happy, do whatever that makes you happy, treat yourself well. What do these things even mean? They consumed me. These type of superficial, surface level ideas and tips and quotes and cringeness on Instagram consumed me as a child before my frontal cortex have developed, before I was able to become self-aware of everything. Yeah, this whole self-love thing turned into self-hate. It did. Because when you are trying to love yourself so much in such superficial ways, it's not self-love. It is self-hate. Why? Because you are buying, doing things to yourself, trying to improve yourself with band-aids and fake healing methods. This is saying I am not enough. It is not self-love. It really isn't. It's so fake. It's all marketing to sell shit again. It's just another cycle. And that was upsetting. That was really upsetting. That was really, really upsetting. Realizing that again was another dagger to the back. Like, you know, are constantly getting lied to, constantly. And it's like, who is it to blame? You know what I mean? It's not really their fault that I took their advice. Spreading misinformation can be dangerous, but at the end of the day, I didn't have to take their advice, right? It was kind of also like, you know, my parents also warned me. It was kind of up to me as well to discover this myself. So in the end, I kind of realized it's really no one's fault. I think to kind of know whose fault it is the person that's aware. If someone has come to a conscience and they still choose to do the wrong things, meaning like you actually understand the world, you understand how things work now, right? You see things very clearly and you still choose to do the wrong things knowingly, that's when it's that person's fault. Whether if it's a company, fake marketing strategies, or individuals, I believe that's how you differentiate if it's someone's own fault or not. When you are choosing consciously to participate in negative things. Anyway. Hey guys, it's Friday. Oh. Hey guys, it's Friday and I'm at the beach. And it's very close to where I live. I'll show you guys around. Look at my tan. It's so beautiful and the weather is amazing and the water is crystal blue. I'm leaving the beach now. Bye beach. I look like I just came out of the shower. That was so insane and so fun. And I hope the salt water gets rid of these pimples on my head because they're getting out of control. Oh. Today I'm getting my hair cut. It's summer in Australia, it's very hot and my hair is quite long. I'll actually show you guys. My hair is really long right now. You can see it's... Oh, I guess you can't, but I'm going to cut it like maybe to here. Right? I want to get like the typical like curtain bangs, a little bit of layering just to kind of make it a bit fluffy and more shape to it, I guess. More layers. Doesn't look bad like this. I look cute. Okay, this is me. This is me. Okay, I'm gonna stick to it. You know what? I'm gonna commit to the sign. I don't know why I do this. I don't surf or anything. This is me before my haircut. Hey guys, and this is me after my haircut. Meow. It's another thing that I realize is happiness, right? People say just be happy. Do whatever that makes you happy. It's so broad. And the thing that I learned in my early 20s is like chasing happiness is the same as like chasing your own shadow. Chasing self-love and this whole self thing. It's literally like chasing the sunset or your own shadow in the sense that it's going to come. Like happiness is just around the corner. You don't ever have to chase happiness. You don't ever really have to chase self-love and self-care. When you eat a healthy fruit, when you go exercising, when you start just learning life and creating boundaries and little by little fix things up in your life, that is already a form of self-love. You don't have to constantly make it your goal to love yourself consistently, because then there is a problem now.
What is the problem?
Society, women especially, well, and men as well, but I see it mainly amongst women. It's becoming, be obsessed with yourself. Get him to treat you like a princess. No one can tell you any different. It's becoming like self-obsessed, not taking responsibility for absolutely anything. Before it's like social media keeping you down and you can self-wallow in your insecurities. Now it's social media bringing you up. So now you're delusional. Again, both actions lead to the same thing, unawareness. Insecurities, being overly insecure and paranoid, and being highly delusional and self-obsessed lead to the same result. People get unaware again, right? They're just trying to make you as unaware with the least amount of clarity as possible. So yes, chasing things like this is never going to get you anywhere. Chasing happiness, chasing sunshine every day, chasing constant self-improvement, self-love, reading unlimited amounts of books. Life is literally just to be experienced, and learning will come. Learning comes through experiences. Learning comes from adjusting what you did wrong from your previous mistake. Learning comes from being self-aware, right? Seeking more clarity. Learning is not watching a gazillion, self-help gurus out there, reading a billion books. Although some can help, right? If you're lucky enough to meet the right YouTuber, and like reading the right books or having a really wise parent, right? Those things can help, but I'm talking more the generic ones. None of that is going to help you. That's all just to sell. It's to sell. Like, full stop. No one can tell me otherwise. It's to sell. And those things will overconsume you and make you more unstable. Like, for an example, I had a friend who I'm not really friends with now, but she was like an OG. She still is. I still love her. And if I ever see her or bump into her or kind of, I wish her well on Instagram sometimes, but we're not friends anymore. But like, she is a really kind girl. She's really kind, but she was always like hyper obsessed with, I wouldn't say perfectionism, but like peace and joy and love and kind of self-care and like the healthy lifestyle. Now, again, I advocate for that, but she was obsessed with it. Excuse me, like she was obsessed to the point where she had anxiety, and if she didn't do certain things, it would create a lot of anxiety and friction with her friends and family. Everything kind of led to being a perfectionist. Yeah, I saw how it consumed her and made her more on edge and anxious rather than calm. I saw a side of her, like she was getting drunk and partying way too much, but she was drinking vegan alcohol. Yeah, getting involved with, I believe, the wrong types of people. Again, I think she didn't know what was happening, but I saw these things drive my friends, right? I saw how this mentality affected my friends, and I didn't want to end up like that. And it was also really hard because you don't want to say anything. You still want to love and accept your friends for who they are, but you think so differently to a certain point in life where the only thing that can resolve it is the friendship kind of parting ways. Yeah, that's another thing that I saw how this trend affected people in my life personally. It became a level of obsession, perfection, which again won't do us any good. I think that the best thing, the best advice, and the thing that I learned that was the most helpful in terms of self-love is literally one thing. I can tell you, and I think a lot of people out there have also told us, but I also want to be one of those people that say this. Describe to me what self-love means in one word. Just one word that everyone can understand. Right? And this is one thing that's run out through my family generation. This is a generational advice, okay? Discipline. Discipline. You know, the Asian mom thing. Like, discipline, expand on that as you would. Take it into your own hands, and that's it. That's it. That's it. It's not make yourself a cup of tea every morning and buy the nicest handbag and treat yourself. Treat yourself, darling. Get this chocolate. Get this beautiful skincare that can upgrade your glow in the next 25 days. And if not, have your money back. Or get the new hair extensions or the eyelashes and the pretty nails. None of that is going to make you happy. I can promise you that, okay? People that disagree with me, this channel's not for you. You're a troll.
You're a hater.
I'm kidding. Come back, save this video, come back in like 2 years and tell me, hey, you're right. Those things are not ever going to make you happy because it's not fulfilling. It's not long lasting. It's all short-term gratification. It's constant keeping up with the Kardashians, keeping up with the Jonases type of mentality. I mean, sure, it makes you look good, but it's not real self-love. It's not. Nothing superficial like that or materialistic is real self-love. It's fun sometimes. It's fun. It's cute. We all like it and need it sometimes, but it's not real self-love. Discipline is. Discipline. What is discipline? The ability to control ourselves, right? Self-love is selling you something that's actually not controlling yourself. It's making you spend your money and opening your wallet up even more. Discipline, self-control, the ability to tell yourself and other people, no. No. See, self-control isn't, I'm putting myself first, right?
Selfishness.
Anyone that crosses me, you're out of my life. No, 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 no. Discipline, self-control, that's it. Another version of self-control, boundaries. Say no to people at the right time. If people treat you wrongly, set boundaries, right? There's no need to cut that person out unless if that person did crazy things, then no. But if it's like a little miscommunication, you know, a little bit of conflict, communicate, have the self-control to control your emotions, communicate effectively, set rules for the other person. Hey, this is how I like to be treated. It's that simple. It's that simple. Discipline, that's it. Get up, run. You know, you want that extra cupcake, say no to yourself. It's a little hard. Discipline is hard. But no one wants to sell us discipline. Everyone wants to sell us band-aids. Have a glass of wine. Have a box of chocolate. Buy yourself flowers.
The florist industry.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say. It's non-stop. Just talking about it just makes me tired. It's so consuming. That's why they call it consumerism. Like, it's really that simple. Joy, being around your friends, creating. You know, you don't just manifest and meet the perfect friend one day. It doesn't just pop up like that. It's created, right? You create yourself to be someone that's likable, to be someone that has discipline and self-control, to be someone of a good character. Once you've created that, you go out, you make the effort of speaking to people, you meet someone that's on the same level as you, you create a friendship, a friend sharpens a friend, you adjust each other, there will be friction, there will be fights, right? I don't believe in perfection, the perfect friend, the perfect boyfriend. You tell each other what you like and dislike, you get to know each other, you create that bond. Everything is created by you. And how do you create the version of life that you want? Through real self-love and care, discipline. Chiseling it like a sculpture, you know, day by day. You know, there's a saying in Chinese that water, like a raindrop, can cut through a rock. I know it sounds kind of dumb when you first hear it, but it's literally like, you know, you go climbing the mountains every now and then, and you know how there's like a rock and there's a dent, and there's like water in the dent, and you see like a drip. Like, that dent is made by a drip that's lasted probably for thousands, hundreds of thousands of years of like that certain drip that drips on that rock every day to have made that dent. That's discipline, and that's what life is about. It is going to be hard work. There will be really uncomfortable moments. There will be really, really crappy times sometimes, but that is life. You can't accept the good without the bad. Discipline works for absolutely everyone, no matter what you look like, no matter where you are, no matter what country you are in. That is the only thing. And why does no one really talk about that? Because having discipline would mean that nobody is going to make any money, because no one will want to eat out anymore or buy stuff. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to say that. That was the moment of like, no. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. No one's robbing me of my intelligence. No one's robbing me of my conscience, right? You think the worst thing that could happen when you get robbed is someone taking your expensive car. No. The worst thing that you can get robbed of is your time, because you can never get that back. And the worst thing that you could be robbed of is of your conscience. Yes, your conscience, because that, some people will never, ever, ever get that back. When your conscience and self-awareness and your brain is brainwashed and taken away from you, that is the worst thing someone can rob from you. That is dangerous, because then you are subconsciously, without awareness, somebody's slave for your entire life and you don't even know it. That is the most scariest thing. Psychological robbery, mental robbery, neuro theft.
Neurological theft. I'm just making up things now.
So yes, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm so glad that you guys have watched this episode. I'm so glad I made it. I got a lot of things out of my chest that I really wanted to say for a very, very long time. Please be careful with everything you consume. Build a really strong moral and belief. Build strong morality and a belief system. So when you look at things, you can dictate, like, does this go against or not against my belief, right? Train yourself to have strong morals so you don't get dragged over by different people's opinion left and right, and you're constantly getting torn and not sure who to believe. Build your own sense of morality and your own belief system. Follow God if you have to. Be a good judge of character, right? If you are, over the age of 16, it's time. It's time to train yourself to be a good judge of character. That's very important so you don't get taken advantage of. It's time to start training yourself to become, while manifestation is great, it's also time to start training yourself to be realistic, to face issues, to face problems head on, and start creating some actions and proper things that's tangible, that can help you in life, right? So that's all I wanted to say. Don't get too consumed by this culture, these fake, shiny, beautiful things, right? Shiny things are pretty, but they can also be very, very dangerous, right? Things that look too perfect can have issues. So be a good judge of character, be a person of strong morals. Train yourself every day to do these things for yourself, because why? It benefits yourself at the end of the day. Don't be paranoid, but just be careful and think twice. Be self-aware, actually. That's a better word of putting it. Be self-aware. And finally, have discipline. So thank you again, guys, for watching. I hope you liked this episode. If you made it till the end, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear what you guys think next. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!
You just think you're special, that guy who might be way out of your league will, for some reason, want to go on a date with you. If you feel like you're that girl while you're walking down the street, every single person on the street is going to turn their head and look at you. It's all about your energy. There's a whole world around us happening that we can't even see. But when you walk into a room, somehow you know for sure, is this person attractive or are they not attractive? It doesn't even matter what they look like physically. What you have to do is start embodying the woman that you want to be. Picture her as an external character and think about all the things that you would think about her. She's so pretty, she's so wealthy, she's so successful. People are just so obsessed with her. And start self-affirming that every single day. When you're walking, when you're talking with people, when you're driving, you will literally become so magnetic.